homework which I'm asking you to do by next week. Okay, so by Monday, just try to do it, just 15 questions, and we'll discuss it on Monday. All right. Any idea when you guys will start SHM? SHM is going to happen in the mechanics track. It's going to happen after you finish center of mass, and उसके बाद एक और chapter होगा rotational mechanics. उसके बाद SHM होगा. Okay, so that's going to be in the other track for you guys. Okay, so यहाँ पे the last thing we did was bimetallic strip. Somebody wants me to just revise that. I'll revise that, and then we are actually done with the chapter. We'll see a few extra questions, and we'll proceed from there. So यहाँ पे bimetallic strip में what we said was कि we wanted to find the radius of the interface. You have two rods which are joined to each other in this manner. Initial length था, दोनों thickness d है, and दोनों का coefficient of linear expansion alpha है, ठीक है? So they're joined to each other in this manner, and एक मिनट, हाँ समझा देता हूँ क्यों neglect वगैरह क्यों किया, समझा देता हूँ, ठीक है? And we wanted to find कि when we heat this rod, what is the radius of curvature of its interface? Okay, what is the radius of curvature of that interface? So what we did was we said कि rod का जो final length होगा, instead of taking it as the length of the inner boundary of the rod, let's say look at L1, instead of taking L1 का length as the length of the inner boundary, which is highlighted in yellow, okay, this boundary, and instead of taking it as the length of this boundary, we took it as on an average the length of the middle part of the rod, the arc running through the middle of the rod, उसका length हमने L1 का final length लिया, ठीक है? And similarly L2 का final length on an average, we again took the length of the arc running through the middle of the second rod, not the innermost because वो छोटा होगा, not the outermost वो बड़ा होगा, on an average हमने बीच वाला लिया, ठीक है? Now the next thing we did was we said कि L1 final according to this diagram is angle times radius, but L1 के लिए radius कितना है? तो एक तो just till that junction, just till that interface between the two rods, radius is r. To get the interface of the green, to get the radius of the green arc, I must take r plus d by 2, right? And similarly, to get the radius of the red arc, I must take r minus d by 2. तो हमने वो किया कि L1 का final length is r plus d by 2 times theta, L2 का final length is r minus d by 2 times theta. Theta नहीं चाहिए था, eliminate कर दिया by dividing the two. फिर उसके बाद L1 final upon L1 initial, L1 final upon L2 final, दोनों को हमने initial lengths के terms में लिखा. Initial length तो दोनों का same था. We wrote that as L1 plus alpha 1 delta t upon L1 plus alpha 2 delta t. L काट दिया, इसके आगे थोड़ा rearrange किया हमने. I did componendo dividendo. तो 2r upon d on the left hand side, right hand side पे componendo dividendo कर दोगे तो वो आ जाएगा 2 plus alpha 1 plus alpha 2 delta t divided by alpha 1 minus alpha 2 delta t. Now one of you is asking me कि why have I neglected this alpha 1 plus alpha 2? Simple सी बात है, alpha 1 plus alpha 2 is still going to be very small, so of the order of 10 to the power minus 5, है ना? So that times delta t will be of the order of 10 to the power minus 3 or 10 to the power minus 4. Isn't that going to be negligible in front of 2? इसलिए हमने ignore किया, ठीक है? And if your doubt is कि ये वाले को क्यों neglect किया और ये वाले को क्यों neglect नहीं किया, then थोड़ा सा basic logic लगाओ. Adding or subtracting a small number makes no difference. You can neglect small numbers if they're being added and subtracted. You cannot neglect small numbers if they are being multiplied or divided. Multiplication or division by a small number makes a big difference. Okay? So you cannot, of course, ignore a small number if you are multiplying or dividing. You can ignore a small number if you are adding or subtracting. तो 2 के रिस्पेक्ट में निगलेक्ट किया है ना, सामने +2 है ना, 2 के रिस्पेक्ट में α1 + α2 डेल्टा t छोटा है तो उसको निगलेक्ट किया. ठीक है, गॉट इट. एनी डाउट इन दिस? वी आर जस्ट रिवाइजिंग वो बाई मेटालिक स्ट्रिप के वक्त क्या डिस्कशन था. और cool. So that more or less sums up our entire theory. Let's just discuss a few questions. Let's have some extra questions. Okay. कोई पूछ रहा है अगर ऊपर की तरफ बेंड हुआ तो फॉर्मूला में कुछ चेंज होगा क्या? यार फॉर्मूला में कुछ चेंज नहीं होगा. Whichever direction it will bend in the direction of the smaller alpha. It will bend in the direction of the smaller alpha. सिंपल सी बात है. तो अगर ऊपर वाले का अल्फा कम है तो इट बेंड इन दैट डायरेक्शन. अल्टीमेटली रेडियस तुम्हें पॉजिटिव लिखना है ना, तो यहाँ पे लॉजिकली बड़ा अल्फा माइनस छोटा अल्फा ही लिखोगे. Logically that has to be bigger alpha minus smaller alpha so that your radius is positive. Okay. All right. So let's try some questions now. Okay, so find. These are now just extra questions. First one is find the gamma of an ideal gas when it is supplied heat at constant pressure. Find the gamma of an ideal gas when it's supplied heat at constant pressure. One of you is asking when will this chapter get over? Maybe most probably today it will get over. We may start something new as well. Come on, you try karo. You're given given temperature. Baba, this is not gamma as in Cp by Cv gamma. This is coefficient of volumetric expansion. So be a little mindful of which chapter we are on. This is ठीक है, मैंने मुझे टेक्निकली एग्जाम में पूरा वर्ड लिखा जाएगा. I'm of course saving time. So this gamma is coefficient of volumetric expansion. To find that. Next chapter कोई पूछ रहा है, अरे what are doubts come to your mind in the middle of a question? Next chapter will be heat transfer. The answer is simpler than you can imagine actually. No, sorry, that's not right. NRTI by P नहीं है. Gamma का definition, try to recall that. Gamma is delta V by V delta T. Okay, that's your hint. You can definitely also say gamma at any instant is dV by V dt. That's your hint. Gamma is dV by V dt. Ideal gas, dV by V dt निकाल दो. One is not correct. Sorry. पूर्णा तेरा आंसर सही है. Very nice. Yash सही है. Very nice. Disha, I think close है. Close था. Just cross check your calculation. ठीक है. This comes out to be something very simple. It's not a big complicated answer. In fact, you'll get an answer directly in terms of T alone. Gamma is delta dV by V dt. How do you figure dV by V dt for an ideal gas? Yes, JT, that's correct. .4. Again, I think you're stuck in CP by CV. ये वो नहीं है. Coefficient of volumetric expansion वो निकालना है. In any question in the exam, you'll have the full word, coefficient of volumetric expansion. Very funny. Okay, cool. तो देखो क्या है, the answer is 1 upon t. ठीक है, the answer is 1 upon t. No problem, no problem. The answer is 1 upon t. कैसे देखो, you have an ideal gas. At least put down what you know. PV is nRT. फिर गामा के फॉर्मूला में you saw dV, you saw dt. dt basically change in volume, change in temperature. So how do I get change in volume and change in temperature? I'm going to differentiate both sides. With respect to what doesn't matter. In fact, you can, let's say तुमने randomly x के respect में differentiate किया. You'll soon realize in maths कि you don't need to really write x. You can apply all the rules of differentiation just by writing that d in the numerator. dx बाद में कट जाएगा. So either way, if I want to differentiate this according to the rules, what is going to happen? Pressure is constant. Pressure bar चला जाएगा. Agreed? So it's going to be dv by dx. And वहाँ पे right hand side पे nr constant है. nr bar चला जाएगा. So you're going to have dt by dx. And you can cancel out dx. But you should also know कि you can do this directly. You don't necessarily need to write that x over there. तुम्हें जो आता है ना, rules of differentiation, you can apply those rules even if you're not differentiating with respect to something specific. As soon as you apply the d operator on this, you can directly say अच्छा constant differentiation के बाहर मतलब dpv becomes pdv, dnrt becomes nrdt. ठीक है, you can start doing that without having to write that dx in the denominator. ठीक है, so pdv is nrdt. pdv is nrdt. Now what do we do? I have these two equations. PV is nRT and PdV is nrdt. So divide these two equations. Okay, divide these two equations. If I divide them, let's say I do 2 divided by 1. क्या मिलेगा मुझे? I'm going to get P will cancel out, NR will also cancel out. In fact, what I'll get is I'll get dV by V is dt by t. dV by V is dt by t. और gamma क्या था actually? Gamma was delta V by V delta t या dV by V dt. तो dV by V dt के लिए बस dt को उधर नीचे भेज दो. When you do that, you get your answer. ठीक है? So dV by V dt, which is by the way gamma, from that equation comes out to be 1 upon t. Therefore gamma is 1 upon t. See? Okay, so no theory and all in this, कुछ रटना नहीं है. This is just a question. It's just a question on the definition of coefficient of volumetric expansion. Please do not confuse this with whatever gamma you're learning right now in chemistry. Okay, this is not that. This is not CP by CV. Okay. Any doubt in this question? Okay. Next, try this. Let's say you're given 3 rods. Find the equivalent alpha for the combination below. So you have 3 rods. Last page दिखाना है. अच्छा 1 minute. 1 minute. Let me know when you're done. Done. So ये rods का lengths दिया है, alphas दिया है. L1 alpha 1, L2 alpha 2 and L3 alpha 3. ये पूरा combination का equivalent alpha निकाल दो. And it's for you to try and think what that may mean. एक second. One person asking, sir, the rods bending towards each other is just theory, right? It's not possible in real life. Are you referring to this bimetallic strip? Is this what you're referring to? Yes, of course, this is possible in real life. I was mentioning in the last class as well. This is what they use in thermostats. There are certain devices which you want to shut down on heating. They use this in those devices. Rod straight रहेगा, तब electrical connection रहेगा. If the device gets heated up and the rod bends, then immediately loses electrical connection and current stops flowing. Yeah. So some geysers and all use this. Garam ho gaya, the rod will bend, current flow to the geyser stops, and that's how once the water is hot, purpose is served, it stops heating. Okay. So yes, different alpha, and you force them to stay stuck, they will bend. If different layers have different alpha and you force them to stay stuck to each other, they will bend. Yes. चलो ये कर लो सवाल. And I want you to try and think what this word may mean. That a question like this can be asked on any concept in physics. So you need to understand what equivalent alpha may mean. पूरा combination का equivalent alpha. Okay? So I'll give an hint if you have not been able to start. Equivalent alpha means that alpha which I can assume the entire combination has. So equivalent means जैसा अब ये पूरा कॉम्बिनेशन का अलग अलग पार्ट के लिए अलग अलग अल्फा है. So what is that average alpha, or what is that equivalent alpha that I can assume the entire rod has, and that it still behaves the same way? तो अगर पूरा रॉड को अलग अलग अल्फा होने की जगह एक अल्फा देना था, जिससे the rod will still expand at the same rate, what would that alpha be? If I were to give that rod that entire length only one alpha, what should that alpha be, so that the rod still behaves the same way, it still expands at the same rate? Okay, that is the meaning of the equivalent of any quantity. So in a sense, it means average. Yes, Yash, say it. Yes, Purna, say it. I didn't understand what you're trying to say. You're asking me to compare length with alpha. Length is a different quantity, alpha is a, फिर क्या बोल रहा है? Alpha as normal as usual is small, 10 to the power minus 5 का size का. Yes, Disha, that's correct. Sorry, gamma is not correct. Sorry, some people have given some answers. I think, हाँ, I mean, सार्थक सही है, सानिका सही है. You're saying L1, अच्छा, L1 alpha 1 L1 के comparison में, yes, L1 alpha 1 L1 के comparison में छोटा होगा. Naturally. L1 alpha 1 delta T भी L1 के comparison में छोटा होगा. The extension is small in comparison to the length. Sorry, alpha 1 plus alpha 2 plus alpha 3 upon L1 plus L2 plus L3 is not correct. देखना है या लग रहा है? Do you think you're almost getting it? Should I show the solution? ठीक है, I'll wait. Wait for 1 or 2 more minutes. Try कर लो. ठीक है, hint दे दिया मैंने. ऐसा alpha assume करो कि this combination expands at the same rate. See, the pink rod and the black rod should expand at the same rate. For the same delta T, their delta L should be the same. That's the hint. तुम्हारे आंसर में dt नहीं होना चाहिए, डेल्टा t नहीं होना चाहिए. This answer is independent of change in temperature. Your answer should only be in terms of alpha and L. Alpha 1 L1, alpha 2 L2, alpha 3 L3. उनके terms. Very nice, Sanadya. सही है. ये नहीं, it's not just L alpha का product का sum. Sorry, L alpha का sum नहीं है. सार्थक, that's right. ठीक है, डिस्कस करें. So it's L alpha का sum upon L का sum. Why? ठीक है. So the idea is कि, and what I just, the reason I asked this as a question is, ये equivalent का concept कहीं पे भी आ सकता है. So you need to now read the question and understand. Yes, you need to read the question and understand what equivalent can mean. So equivalent alpha means, for the combination means, वो combination को अलग अलग alpha देने के जगह, what is that one value I can give so that the combination now still behaves the same way. Alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha 3 हटा के क्या एक value पूरा rod में assume कर सकते हैं so that it still behaves the same way. Now in this context, what is behaving the same way? Expands at the same rate, same temperature change में same amount से length बढ़ना चाहिए. So what is that single value of alpha we can give? Tarun, that's right. So single value of alpha you can give is just match the expansions. So for instance, expansion in the first rod. Okay, so assume delta T change in temperature. Okay, so expansion in the first rod, let's just talk about delta L. Delta L in the original combination, that is the black rods, should be change in length in the rod with alpha equivalent. Okay? So change in length, if you assume a certain change in temperature, the change in length in both the rods should be the same. Now, what is the change in length of the original rod? It's quite simple. Change in length hota hai alpha L delta T. So the first part will expand at the rate of alpha 1 L1 delta T. Second one alpha 2 L2 delta T. And वैसा ही third one alpha 3 L3 delta T. So the change in length of the first rod, itna. Second rod, itna. Third rod, itna. And kul milke that entire combination expands by this amount if you change temperature by delta T. Now, if I have to replace that entire combination with one particular value of alpha, then that entire combination should expand the same way. Then I'm replacing it with the right value of alpha. So how will it expand the same way? How will it show the same extension? Kitna extension hoga second rod ke liye? The second rod ka alpha is alpha equivalent, which we're trying to find. Second rod ka length is L1 plus L2 plus L3. So alpha equivalent times length. This time this is alpha equivalent is throughout the entire length. So L1 plus L2 plus L3 times delta T. Got it? Times delta T. तो यहां से तुम्हें अल्फा इक्विवेलेंट का रिजल्ट आ जाएगा. डेल्टा टी कट जाएगा एंड यू गेट कि अल्फा इक्विवेलेंट इज alpha 1 L1 plus alpha 2 L2 plus alpha 3 L3 divided by L1 plus L2 plus L3. Got the idea? You try to grab the essence of what equivalent means. I can replace that entire rod with this value of alpha and it will expand the same way. It will expand at the same rate. Last step, मतलब यहाँ से या इसके पहले यहाँ से pink line. What is, है ना? So we are saying expansion in the original combination is expansion in, ठीक है? Again समझा रहा हूँ. So I am replacing the entire combination with one value of alpha. So instead of it having different values of alpha, I'm replacing it with one value of alpha. कितना होना चाहिए वो alpha का value? कितना होना चाहिए वो alpha का value? कितना होना चाहिए वो average value? So what you will do is you will say कि ये rod जितने से भी expand हुआ उतना ही ये rod expand होना चाहिए if I am replacing it with the correct value of alpha. ऊपर वाला rod कितने से expand हो रहा है? Each part expand हो रहा है अल्फा एल डेल्टा टी से, तो टोटल मिलके सबका अल्फा एल डेल्टा टी का सम से ऊपर वाला रॉड एक्सपैंड हो रहा है. नीचे वाला रॉड कितना रेट से एक्सपैंड हो रहा है? अल्फा इक्विवेलेंट इनटू इसका लेंथ डेल्टा टी. अब इसका लेंथ एल दिया नहीं है सवाल में, तो यू कैन यूज एनी वेरिएबल व्हिच इज नॉट बीन गिवन, है ना? सो यूज वेरिएबल्स व्हिच हैव बीन गिवन. इसका लेंथ क्या है? L1 plus L2 plus L3. So alpha equivalent into L1 plus L2 plus L3 delta T is extension in the second rod. Got it? Got the idea of what equivalent means? Okay. Okay, let's try some more interesting questions. This is a very nice question now. See? So let's say, please show the previous page. देख लो. Done? All right. Now, let's say you have a triangle. Like this. You have an isosceles triangle. यहाँ का लेंथ L1 है, उसका अल्फा 1 है, L1 अल्फा 1, L2 alpha 2. Okay, so this is an isosceles triangle, as you can clearly see. Question is, if the altitude of the isosceles triangle does not change as temperature changes, prove that L1 by L2 is 2 root alpha 2 by alpha 1. Take some time, try this question. It's a really good question. ठीक है, isosceles triangle है, इसका हाइट चेंज नहीं, ये वाला, ये हाइट चेंज नहीं होना चाहिए as temperature changes. Prove the following result. Yeah, sorry, I was on a call. Sorry. हाँ, please, ये plate नहीं है. This is not a plate. Let me actually clarify what this is. This is a rod. This is not a plate. This is a triangular. It's just the frame. There are 3 different rods. Yes, it's just the triangular frame. Okay, there are 3 different rods making this triangle. तो उनका लेंथ दिया है, अल्फास दिया है, और ऐसा इंटरेस्टिंग वैल्यूज रिलेशन है इनके बीच में कि इसको हीट करने पे ऑल्टीट्यूड चेंज नहीं हो रहा है. तो ऐसा क्या कंडीशन है L1 अल्फा 1 L2 अल्फा 2 के बीच में, क्या कंडीशन है वो भी बताएं. जस्ट वांट यू टू ट्राई एंड प्रूव इट. ठीक है, सी इफ यू गेटिंग द रिजल्ट. One of you asked me to show the answer. The previous one, I think towards the end of class, if you can just stay back for a bit, वो दिखा देता हूँ. ठीक है, previous वाले का आंसर. Yes, the altitude bisects the base, of course. अरे isosceles है, altitude will bisect the base. So Disha, that's correct, no? अच्छा उल्टा आ रहा है. 2 लेफ्ट हैंड साइड पे आ रहा है. Is it?
Let me cross check. एक second, huh? Let me just cross check. Yeah, I'm so sorry. You're right. सही है. Very nice. ये half होना चाहिए यहाँ पे. Very nice, Disha. How did you do it? Very nice. Excellent. Yeah, so just a hint, guys. है ना, ये फंडा है कि हाइट चेंज नहीं होना चाहिए. तो ट्राई टू राइट हाइट in terms of H initial and temperature. That's your hint. Try to write that height. H final, H initial के terms में लिखोगे तो delta T का term नहीं दिखना चाहिए. Temperature independent होना चाहिए. Are the others getting something? Okay, good. Take some more time. See, it's not an easy question, but it's definitely something we can learn from. Very nice, Kedar. Good. कैसे किया? Okay. Yes, excellent. सही है. Sama saying it should remain 2 on the RHS. I think मुझे half on the RHS आ रहा है, and Kedar, Yash, is that also what you're getting? यहाँ पे half है ना, half only. Cross check करें, discuss करें इसे. Okay यार, चलो एक take 1 more minute. Again, the hint is H final को H initial के terms में लिखो, right? Like everything we used to derive, है ना? We used to always write final in terms of initial. वैसा ही करो इसमें. Try to write H final in terms of H initial. उसके लिए think what is height in terms of lengths. And then when you try to write H final in terms of H initial, उसमें फिर तुम्हें आंसर दिख जाएगा. टेम्परेचर पे डिपेंड नहीं होने के लिए क्या करना पड़ेगा, उसमें ही आंसर तुम्हें दिख जाएगा. But you're going to see how this solution is going to be very similar to how we derive things in general. Yes, Yash, good. Yes, Satya, yes. Stuck in one step. ठीक है, एक बार चलो, let's discuss. I think you've given it a good attempt. Try to see if you approached it in this manner. Like what we can say is, that's true. That's true. गौरव सही है. देखो इसमें फर्स्ट एंड फॉरमोस्ट मुझे अब समझ में आ रहा है कि हाइट के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं, तो एटलीस्ट ट्राई राइटिंग हाइट इन टर्म्स ऑफ L1 L2, है ना? बिकॉज व्हाट इज गोना हैपन व्हेन टेम्परेचर चेंजेस, वी अंडरस्टैंड कि L1 L2 चेंजेस, उससे हाइट को कैसा फर्क पड़ता है वो तो सोचना पड़ेगा. तो हाइट इज डिपेंडेंट ऑन L1 L2, सो राइट हाइट इन टर्म्स ऑफ L1 and L2. ठीक है? So height, as you know कि this is a perfectly isosceles triangle, so therefore definitely ये आधा length will be L2 का आधा. So that will make height by Pythagoras theorem root L1 square minus L2 square by 4. ठीक है? Let's be clear about this. So this is our height, L1 square minus L2 square by 4. इसी से हम इनिशियल हाइट लिख सकते हैं और फाइनल हाइट लिख सकते हैं. सो व्हाट इज आवर इनिशियल हाइट? रूट L1 स्क्वायर माइनस इनिशियल. अच्छा, इनफैक्ट लेट मी कॉल दैट एज आवर व्हाई डिड वी फाइंड हाइट, क्योंकि हाइट का ही तो चर्चा हो रहा है यहाँ पे. द क्वेश्चन इज कि टेम्परेचर चेंज होने के कारण हाइट चेंज नहीं होना चाहिए. दैट्स द होल आइडिया. So that's why we are talking about height. And let's say this is our initial height, because L1 L2 are the initial values ना. So let's say this is our initial height. ठीक है, starting में height इतना है. अरे क्या कर रहा हूँ मैं, sorry. So let's say this is my initial height. What is my final height going to be? Okay, so some of you have followed the same steps. You are not able to eliminate T. Let's see, yeah, how the solution proceeds. The final height is going to be same thing, but the final height mein ye length will be different. It's not just going to be L1, it's going to be L1 final. So L1 final ka square, and similarly it's not going to be L2, but it's going to be L2 final ka square, of course divided by 4. तो ये हो गया H final. अब H final को H initial के terms में लिखो. In other words, इसको L1 और इसको L2 इनिशियल के टर्म्स में लिखो, है ना? And the minute we start doing that, temperature comes into the equation. Now, how does that look? Yes, and then you can equate them. So how does that look? तो यहाँ पे L1 square है ना, फाइनल लेंथ इज इनिशियल लेंथ 1 प्लस अल्फा, L1 के लिए अल्फा 1 था, तो 1 प्लस अल्फा 1 डेल्टा टी का स्क्वायर, ओके, माइनस दूसरे के लिए L2 फाइनल इज L2 इनिशियल, स्क्वायर लोगे तो स्क्वायर आएगा 1 प्लस अल्फा 2 डेल्टा टी, और उसका भी स्क्वायर लोगे तो इस पे भी स्क्वायर आएगा, ठीक है? तो अब बस हमने सब्स्टिट्यूट किया समथिंग यू ऑलरेडी नो, फाइनल लेंथ इज इनिशियल लेंथ 1 प्लस अल्फा डेल्टा टी, तो ये मैंने L1 L2 रिस्पेक्टिवली के लिए किया. नाउ हाँ, इनमें इनको इक्वेट कर सकते हो, ठीक है? सो नाउ यू कैन इक्वेट द टू, सो H फाइनल शुड बी इक्वल टू H इनिशियल, ठीक है? नहीं तो और चलो और भी कर सकते हैं, ऑफ कोर्स यू कैन इक्वेट देम, या यू कैन आल्सो स्टार्ट जस्ट सेपरेटिंग आउट द टर्म्स. जैसे मुझे यहाँ पे बाइनोमियल लगाओ, ये जो अल्फा 1 डेल्टा टी का वो स्क्वायर नहीं पसंद है, क्वाड्रेटिक नहीं पसंद है, उसको बाइनोमियल लगा के सिंप्लीफाई कर लो. तो बाइनोमियल लगाने पे देखो क्या होता है, bring that square in as you have seen us do in all the derivations, bring that square in, तो ये हो जाएगा 2 अल्फा 1 डेल्टा टी, ठीक है? एंड उसके साथ हो जाएगा L2 स्क्वायर बाय 4 1 प्लस 2 अल्फा 2 डेल्टा टी, ओके. नाउ हाँ, ये मतलब ये स्टेप करना था, वो स्क्वायर है ना 1 प्लस अल्फा 1 डेल्टा टी, स्क्वायर के अंदर इट्स फेयर टू ब्रिंग द स्क्वायर इन, ठीक है? सिंप्लीफाई थिंग्स, क्वाड्रेटिक, ये जो क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशन है, इसको एक्सपैंड करोगे तो क्या आएगा, 1 आएगा, 2 अल्फा 1 डेल्टा टी आएगा, अल्फा 1 डेल्टा टी का स्क्वायर आएगा, तो दैट अल्फा 1 स्क्वायर डेल्टा टी स्क्वायर टर्म वी आर एलिमिनेटिंग बिकॉज़ अल्फा 1 स्क्वायर विल बी वेरी स्मॉल, ठीक है? सो दैट्स अ लॉजिकल थिंग टू डू, ओके. नाउ उसके बाद, नाउ इफ यू लुक एट दिस, यू ऑलरेडी हैव H इनिशियल. कैसे? L1 स्क्वायर का एक टर्म है, L2 स्क्वायर बाय 4 का एक टर्म है, दैट इटसेल्फ इज H इनिशियल. तो बाकी टर्म तो गायब होना चाहिए, बाकी टर्म गायब होना चाहिए, है ना? रूट, लेट मी सेपरेट दोस टर्म्स, तो L1 स्क्वायर माइनस L2 स्क्वायर बाय 4, इसको मैं साइड में लिख रहा हूं, ठीक है? एंड जो बचा हुआ टर्म है, बचा हुआ क्या टर्म है, एक टर्म है L1 स्क्वायर 2 अल्फा 1 डेल्टा टी, लेट्स टेक डेल्टा टी कॉमन, तो L1 स्क्वायर 2 अल्फा 1 डेल्टा टी को कॉमन ले लूंगा, एंड दूसरा टर्म है इनका प्रोडक्ट, इनका प्रोडक्ट क्या दे जाएगा, माइनस L2 स्क्वायर बाय 4 2 अल्फा 2 डेल्टा टी, ठीक है? तो डेल्टा टी मैंने कॉमन ले लिया, ठीक है? सो आई एम जस्ट सिंप्लीफाइंग दीस टर्म्स, सिंप्लीफाई भी नहीं, आई हैव जस्ट सेपरेटेड दोस टर्म्स, रीअरेंज दोस 4 टर्म्स, ठीक है? एंड नाउ यू कैन सी कि वी वांट H to be independent of temperature. So if we want it to be independent of temperature, and if we want it to be equal to H initial, which is only this term, then what should this portion be? तो डेल्टा टी वाला पोर्शन गायब होना चाहिए, है ना? If this has to always be H initial, that means this section, this term over here must be 0. This should be 0, because when that is 0, then H no longer depends on temperature. H के फॉर्मूला में टेम्परेचर ही गायब हो गया. So even if temperature changes, H will always, H final will always be this. H final will always be H initial. तो हमने बस क्या किया, हमने H final को लिखा टेम्परेचर के टर्म्स में, एंड इफ एच फाइनल शुड नॉट डिपेंड ऑन टेम्परेचर, देन टेम्परेचर वाला टर्म ही गायब होना चाहिए इक्वेशन से। तो टेम्परेचर वाला टर्म गायब होने के लिए L1 square 2 alpha 1 should be L2 square by 2 alpha 2, and I think with this you get the result. ठीक है, with this you get the result. इसी को rearrange करो, root ले लो, you get the result. Did you guys understand this? It was just something to learn from. Mainly, again, just the idea how the way we derived whatever results we had derived before, वैसे ही अप्रोच था. इनिशियल वैल्यू लिखा लेंथ के टर्म्स में, फाइनल वैल्यू लिखा लेंथ के टर्म्स में, एंड एज आई सेड एनी प्रॉपर्टी व्हिच कैन बी रिटन इन टर्म्स ऑफ लेंथ, उसमें एक सवाल बन सकता है थर्मल एक्सपेंशन का. तो एच इनिशियल लेंथ के टर्म्स में लिखा, एच फाइनल लेंथ के टर्म्स में लिखा, और फिर देन वी ट्राई टू राइट एच फाइनल इन टर्म्स ऑफ एच इनिशियल. ठीक है, and this time we had to equate it to h initial, so all this extra term had to disappear. For that to disappear, the condition in the question was necessary. ठीक है, इसी को मतलब of course rearrange करोगे, root लोगे, you get L1 by L2 is 1 by 2 alpha 2 by alpha 1 का root. Any doubt in this? I guess this is how everyone solved it. No doubts, okay. हाँ, बाइनोमियल एक्सपेंशन, प्लीज जब भी तुम ऐसा कोई भी क्वेश्चन में डोंट हेजिटेट टू अप्लाई बाइनोमियल, ये मन में बिठा दो. Especially thermal expansion में, look at that alpha delta t and think it's always a small term. So don't hesitate to apply binomial expansion. है ना? Did you see any alpha? Well, looking at the answer that we had to prove, the answer was a simplified answer. In fact, ऐसा मान लो, you can always apply binomial expansion in such questions. To simplify things. Okay. Chalo. So I took HI equal to HF as altitude is equal. Then you square them. Yeah, absolutely यार. HI मतलब वो एक ही बात है. तुम HI HF एक ही बात है. तुम इसको राइट हैंड साइड को HI से इक्वेट कर लेते थे, स्क्वायर करते थे, टर्म्स कैंसिल आउट करेंगे, ऑटोमेटिकली वो L1 स्क्वायर 2 अल्फा 1 माइनस L2 स्क्वायर बाय 2 अल्फा 2 0 आएगा. एक ही बात है. गुड. ओके, अब थोड़ा क्लैरिटी के लिए, इफ यू रिमेंबर आई सेड कि ये जो थर्मल एक्सपेंशन के फॉर्मूलाज हैं, दे आर वैलिड व्हेन द लेंथ इज स्मॉल, व्हेन द एक्सटेंशन इज स्मॉल. सो जस्ट टू bring some conceptual clarity, I want to give you some examples. Question is going to be like this. By how much should the temperature be raised for a rod's length to Okay, first part is very simple. Increase by 0.1%. Second part is a little interesting. For its length to double. See? Can you answer this question? I'm going to give you one slight warning. You may have forgotten this thing that I mentioned, but I have mentioned that delta L can be written as alpha L initial delta T. This is valid if delta L is small. So the nature of this equation is valid only if delta L is small. That's your hint. You are given, I'm not mentioning, you're given alpha. Given alpha. Given alpha. तो टी वगैरह अज्यूम कर सकते हो. टी पे एक्चुअली डिपेंड करेगा नहीं आंसर. आंसर सिर्फ अल्फा के टर्म्स में आएगा. You can assume things you need. If you feel you need to proceed by assuming something, you can do that. But you'll find that the final answer depends only on alpha. गौरव सही है, बट 1/1000 होगा ना वो 0.1%. सही है. सानिध्य सही है. सार्थक सही है. यस पृथ्वी. आयुष सही है. ऋग्वेद सही है. सत्य सही है. फर्स्ट वन इज सिंपल. वार्निंग से पूरा डर के डोंट डाउट एवरी स्टेप दैट यू आर राइटिंग. फर्स्ट वन इज इजी. श्रेया सही है. दिशा वेरी नाइस. सही है. आई मे हैव मिस्ड नेम्स. आयुष सही है. ऑल दोस हु आर गेटिंग दिस फॉर द फर्स्ट वन. You're correct. Simple. ज्यादा कुछ था नहीं पहले वाले में. Second one you have to watch out for. हाँ वही मतलब वार्निंग देख के इतना भी मत डर जाओ. तुम्हें जो आता है सही है. Only the second is a new type of question. We have dealt with small changes before. We've not dealt with such a large change. Doubling is a large change. 1 by alpha is wrong for the second one. And I think 1 by alpha is exactly the result you would get if you apply this. You know, 1 by alpha is the wrong result. 1 by alpha comes by assuming this. Using delta L is Li. वहां से 1 by alpha. 1 by alpha गलत है. Second वाला, watch out for this. This is only when delta L is small. हिंट दूसरे वाले के लिए, ये तो एक बेसिक आइडिया है कैलकुलस का. कोई भी फॉर्मूला अल्फा होना चाहिए. आंसर तो है ना, अल्फा डिनोमिनेटर में है, अल्फा डिनोमिनेटर में ही रहेगा. अच्छा, बेसिक आइडिया ये है कि यस यू हैव टू, चलो हाँ, यू हैव टू इंटीग्रेट. दैट्स योर हिंट. बाकी तुम फिगर आउट कर लोगे. यू हैव टू इंटीग्रेट. द सेकंड वन विल इन्वॉल्व इंटीग्रेशन. The second formula is not going to be valid for the entire change in length, but delta L, alpha Li, delta T can be valid for a small change in length. Okay, that's your hint. किसी को पहले वाले में हेल्प चाहिए क्या, बता दो. So while others are solving the second one, I can show the first one. नहीं ना, सबका आ गया पहला वाला. All right, so sorry, it's not 2 by alpha. It's actually ln 2 by alpha. Those who are solving this, I'm just going to leave the answer. I'll help out someone with the first one. But those who are solving the second one, you should get ln 2 by alpha. Come on, easy hai, ho jayega. I've given you a hint. Try it out. I'll just meanwhile tell the second one. Sorry, the first one. First one was 0.1% increase. So they go delta L by L. We know delta L is alpha L initial delta T. Delta L by L is alpha delta T. Okay, but this is again valid only for small increases in length, small fractional changes in length. It's valid when delta L is smaller, much way smaller than L. So we can say कि ये जो 0.1% है ना, तो 0.1% is a reasonably small fraction. 0.1% means delta L is 1,000th of its original length. Delta L is 1,000th of its original length. So 1 by 1,000 is alpha delta T. ये आ गया पहले वाले का. ठीक, cool. And I'll just stress over here कि this is small. Hence, not a problem. दूसरा वाला बता दूं? All right, so what happens if the answer is ln2 by alpha? आंसर आना चाहिए. किसी का भी आया है क्या? I've only heard from, I think, Disha so far. यश का भी आ गया. Change in temperature. केदार का भी आ गया. थोड़ा बस, those who are getting it, you can continue solving. Those who are not getting, you can listen. Okay, so the idea is, the big problem over here is, जैसा जिनका answer 1 upon alpha आया था initially, this is what they did. They said, okay, delta L is L initial alpha delta T. All right, and यहाँ से फिर उन्होंने बोला कि since delta L by L is alpha delta T, and they're saying कि since the rod का length is doubling, they said कि delta L will be equal to L, है ना? जितना initial length है उतने से ही length बढ़ गया है. So delta L is actually equal to L initial. All right, so this fraction is actually 1. This fraction is 1. तो यहाँ पे इन्होंने 1 डाल के they got the result. Delta T is 1 by alpha. The only thing is this result is wrong. And the reason this result is wrong is because this is a big change. So we'll put a bigger cross. This result is wrong because this is a big change. All right, the basic thing that happens is, any small change in length is proportional to the current length of the rod. तो जब हम ये फॉर्मूला एक बड़ा चेंज इन लेंथ के लिए डालते हैं, we are not taking into account कि रॉड का साइज कंसिडरेबली बढ़ रहा है. अगर रॉड का 1 मीटर के साइज में this was expanding at some rate, then when the rod becomes 1.5 meters, it will expand at 1.5 times the rate. This is not taking that into account. All right, so that is the problem with this. This is just assuming कि वो 1 मीटर के टाइम पे ये जिस रेट से बढ़ रहा है वही रेट से बढ़ते जा रहा है. Whereas in reality, as the rod expands, as that length increases, the rate at which this increases also increases. All right, so what we have to do then, since this is not valid for big changes, you will have to consider a small change. So what you will do is consider a small increase in length. Yes. Consider a small increase dl over a small change in temperature dt. Yeah, small change in temperature dt. So consider a small increase in length over a small change in temperature dt. तो यहाँ से आ जाएगा कि dl is L at that instant. at any particular instant. Okay? It's not the initial length. dl is L at that particular instant times alpha dt. L at that particular temperature, alpha dt. So dl is L alpha dt. L itself is going to go from L is a length which goes from L initial all the way till twice of L initial. Length double हो रहा है. So L is a variable length जो L initial से twice of L initial तक जा रहा है. हाँ. Never mind. ठीक है. L goes from L initial to twice of L initial. बस अब ये जैसा इक्वेशन सामने दिख गया यार, you should integrate it. Put the limits. Okay, limits कहाँ से कहाँ? तो let the initial length be that when there is no temperature difference. Okay, and let the final length be that. Sorry, the final length is twice of L initial. We know that. And the final temperature difference is delta T. Final temperature difference is delta T. Zoom in कर लेता हूँ. Delta T. बस दोनों साइड को इंटीग्रेट कर लो. ठीक. What am I missing over here? यहाँ पे actually इंटीग्रेट करने के पहले separate the variables of course. Bring L to this side, वरना उधर इंटीग्रेट नहीं होगा. L constant नहीं है. Alpha को उधर रख सकते हो because alpha constant है. But L constant नहीं था तो L को इधर लाना था. अब इंटीग्रेट कर लो. तो इंटीग्रल dl by L is ln L. And now as you subject L to the limits, is going to become ln final L upon initial L. है ना, लिमिट्स में डालोगे तो ऐसा हो जाएगा ना, ln फाइनल वैल्यू माइनस इनिशियल वैल्यू. ठीक है. एंड वहां पे अल्फा डेल्टा टी माइनस 0. So this is what we get. Delta t is ln 2 by alpha. ठीक है. So it's not typical कि questions are framed like this. In fact, it's quite rare कि इतना बड़ा चेंज इन लेंथ दिखता है. ऐसा कभी है ना, ऐसा नहीं होता है कि लेंथ बढ़ाते बढ़ाते कुछ का कोई चीज का लेंथ डबल हो गया हीट करते करते. इट्स क्वाइट रेयर. बट जेई के पर्सपेक्टिव से है ना, टू टेस्ट योर कंसेप्ट्स दे कैन क्रिएट अ क्वेश्चन लाइक दिस. जबरदस्ती लेंथ डबल कर दिया तब क्या करोगे? दिस इज समथिंग यू हैव टू बी अवेयर ऑफ. दिस इज व्हाट यू विल डू इफ द लेंथ इज इंक्रीजिंग बाय सच अ लार्ज अमाउंट. ठीक है. सो इन जनरल दिस इज द ऑलवेज ट्रू फॉर्मूला. तो कोई बोल रहा है सर कैन वी कंस्ट्रक्ट अ रिजल्ट लाइक दिस? यस, एक्चुअली इन जनरल दिस इज ऑलवेज ट्रू. यहां से एक्चुअली क्या दिख के आ रहा है? डेल्टा टी इज ln L final L initial by alpha. In fact, this seems to be always true. But यही जब L final L initial के करीब है, if you learn limits and all in maths, you'll understand कि if L final is close to L initial, then this result becomes that result. So if you know your limits in maths, which I don't think you've learned yet, but ln का expansion जब तुम सीखोगे, you'll be able to get that result. Okay. ln का expansion आता है तुम लोग को? I don't think so ना. ln 1 plus x का नहीं. Never mind. तो मतलब general result ये है actually ln final by L initial, but you never see such large changes in length. So practically no one uses this. You see small changes in length and therefore we use this. Just to anyways give you a complete picture. All right, we are done. I've given you homework. Please attempt that. I'll maybe add one more question on page 63 for homework. Attempt that as well. वो easy होगा इसके comparison में. And that's it. Next class, after the discussion, we'll start a new chapter. Yes, similar. You can have the same story for surface expansion, volumetric expansion as well. Who sent me? Acha. Prithviraj, just एक बार मुझे मैसेज कर लेना वापस. Next chapter actually, ये these are actually chapters. ऐसा तुम्हारे बुकलेट में एक चैप्टर जैसा दिखेगा, but they aren't sub chapters. ठीक है, you can't look at heat and thermodynamics and think कि heat and thermodynamics से उतने questions आएंगे जितने friction से आएंगे. Friction is a chapter, heat and thermodynamics is a section, and in that sense there are 6 sections. In that sense 6 sections से आना चाहिए, मतलब 5-6 question. Alright, so it's a section, not a chapter. So we'll talk about it in that way. So we are done with almost 3. We're going to do the 4th one, and that will be heat transfer. Okay. That's again a little big one, like this one was. All right. Okay then, so bye. Welcome. Bye. No, sorry, you don't have it. You just have the basic idea of calorimetry. HCV has a lot of extra stuff, in the theory at least. You can find that in the questions, nothing like that will be there. And there's just extra stuff. You don't have all of that.